happy to have you here inside my studio. What am I going to do today? Well, today I thought maybe I would do something in my junk mailer journal. So this used to be, in its first life, a Sam's, like the wholesale store, Sam's Club mailer. And it was just a junk mailer that came to the house that I gessoed the pages and have now been using it as a journal. So when I tell you that you could make art with anything, and I truly do mean it, you can make art with anything. This was a junk journal, a mailer, junk mail that comes to your house that I have turned into an art journal. And I've gotten a few pages here. There's more towards the back of this. And this, I started something, hated it, and so I just used these pages next to each other as a repository for old paint from my palettes. So if I'm having a painting session, I would just slap down the extra paint onto pages, and voila, I am ready to use it today. So I was thinking, because it's so long, and what I have in mind is an apple, something simple. I'm sticking with the series that I've been doing the last few weeks of just keeping it simple. I wanted to do an apple. An apple can be very complex when you start doing the nuances of the tones and the midtones and the halftones, highlights, the darks, the shadows, trying to get that 3D form. And I'm hoping that I'm able to do that today. And along with that, keeping things simple, I am trying to get through my little itty bitty scraps. So I'm hoping to be able to use this when I collage. So I've got this base, this beautiful base, and I'm thinking that since I'm doing an apple up here, the other two pages look exactly like this. The other page next to it looks exactly like that. And I'm thinking, since I'm doing apple, I'm going to do 3 more pieces of fruit. I don't know what they are going to be yet, but this is definitely going to be an apple today. So because I have this beautiful mess on the page and texture, I want to draw my apple and then I'm going to collage. Now, last couple of weeks ago, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I did collage first, then I drew what I wanted, and then I painted when I needed to. Today, I'm going to draw what I want first, and then I'm going to collage the actual apple. And hopefully do something else with this background. All right, so to draw it, let's just jump right in, huh? And I hope somebody else or all of you join me in this endeavor. And while we're talking about all of you, thank you for being here. I can't even tell you how happy it makes me to see that people are watching my videos, and I hope that they're enjoying them. If you're a subscriber, I'm going to do some housekeeping right now. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much. You have no idea what it means to me. It's just wonderful. And if you're not, maybe you want to consider becoming one. And I do a video every week on Mondays at 10 a.m. It launches. And if you like it, hit the like button. What else do you have to do? The like button. Oh, please leave a comment. The comments are the best. I love reading the comments. I wish more people would leave comments. I love it. I would love to see if anybody does follow along with me. If they would post their result, I would love to see that. Okay, so with no further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so I'm going to use my new favorite tool. These are those acrylic markers from Grable, and I am going to use this color 633. I have no idea what the color name is. It's like a greenish color. Because my apple is not going to be red. It might have a little red in it. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so I want to get my apple. I am just drawing this now. I'm not really looking at anything. You know what I'm doing? I'm looking through the screen. Okay, so that's good enough, but I think I want to put this on something, right? Maybe on a table? Yeah, maybe a table. Do I want to go in this way? Yeah, okay, that's good. You know what I want to do? I want to switch the color. I really love when red and or pink shows through. I think I want to use the magenta. Is this a hotter color? Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, let's see. I do like when that shows through, and it shows up a little bit better, I think. All right, it goes across. What else do I want to add to it? All right, that's where that's going to go. How about we give it a stem? How's about a leaf? I like that. And we're going to have the light shining from this direction, I think. So I want to put a shadow in. Yeah. I might do the whole painting with this thing. See how this comes out. I don't know if it will, because sometimes this falls dead. But I do think I want to do a patterned tablecloth. Yeah, I think I do. Okay, so this is going to go like this. All right, so I've got I guess like a patterned tablecloth with the apple, and I can zhuzh this up a little bit. Okay. Yeah? Okay, so let's leave it like that. Now, I think I'm going to block it in with my grabies and then do some collage. So I want, it's going to be dark down here, right? Because the light is coming from this direction. And I think I want the shadow, maybe purple. So I'm basically giving myself like a little bit of a roadmap to follow. And I want to reshape this apple, I think, a lot. Good thing I have another chance to do that, right? I do. I do. I'm going to reshape this right now. Oh, you know what? A couple of weeks ago, I used this color, and I dipped it when my regular liquid acrylic paint was still wet, and it kind of messed up the tip. So that doesn't really work anymore. And we'll just use this. I just want to reshape that, just to remind me I want to bring that in a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Well, I got it out. Let me get a little highlight on here. And you notice I'm not drawing up and down like that. I'm kind of going with the contour of the shape, because that helps. That helps with the form, making it look like a rounded object. I'm going to show you a difference. If I were to do this, it looks a lot different than when I do this. And I didn't really need that there because this is all going to be darker. So let me just, all right, so this is going to be darker. It's not light enough. It's too light. There we go. Okay, so that's dark. And we're going to have some dark up in here. And then the shadow of the stem will be like that. Under here will be dark. Okay, do I have enough of my apple done for me to start doing it? I think so. Okay, so the background here, let's see. How about, since I'm going to do a green apple, how about we do a red background? What do you think? I'm just going to see if I like that. That's what's really good about these gravies. I can kind of like, you know, really play with the idea. And I do, okay, I like that. So I can already start to see my apple taking form. What I do need to do, however, is get some of my white. And before I jump into paint, I'm going to see if I can just find the white marker here. I know there's one here. Here it is. And try to pull out like the tablecloth. You know, I want to get that. I want to establish that this, I will go over this with liquid acrylic, but I would like to just get it in there so I know I have my pattern. I have a way of guiding myself, a map, if you would, if you will, a map of the situation. I'm giving myself a map. So you have two, actually 3 chances of correcting your piece. You draw it, so that's the first time when you put it down. And then when you do the negative space, you can fix edges. And then when you go in with some paint, you can fix the edges again on the actual subject. So it's like tweaking it. Okay, that already looks a gazillion times better, doesn't it? It sure does. So I can see my apple forming. Look at my, let me clean this off. I picked up some of that green that was in the outline. All right, so I just wanted to give myself a little bit of a roadmap. And let's do, you know, so those lines are definitely here. They're just lighter because they're in shadow. I mean, well, they're darker than this because they're in shadow. Yeah, that's a better color. That was better, right? And then this goes this way. There. Because the lines are still there. You need to put them in, so I just picked a lighter color to do it with. And let's do down here, right? So I don't know how far the apple shadow is going to go yet. I can always adjust that. Okay, let's put the leaf in. I'm going to put the leaf in with a lighter green. Yeah. Maybe not a solid color though. I'm basically just playing. And then a little bit of blue in my leaf. Why not? Love that. It's a very colorful leaf. It doesn't look at all like a leaf, I know. It will when I'm done. I promise. It will when I'm done. Let's give myself. How about we... There. Okay, so I know what I'm doing. All right. I think I have enough information on here for me to move to collage. Let me clean these up and get out the papers. All right, let me pick some papers out. I'm going to put you on pause while I get out a collection of paper. Okay, I'm back. I went through this little container of itty bitty scraps and I got what I think I could use, and I'm going to have to supplement it with other papers that I have. I have a ton of paper, and I'm sure you collage artists out there, you also have some papers, right? All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to try to establish, I'm not sure if I want to do the apple. I think I want to do the tablecloth first. And I'm going to be using the regular standards that I use, Liquitex Matte Gel Medium, and I've got my color shaper that I use as my brush. This is my adhesive. You can use Mod Podge, you could use Elmer's glue, glue stick, whatever you have. Whatever you want to use that. Can you see this? Yeah, okay. And whatever's going to dry clear. You don't want to have the glue showing at the end. So I'm thinking I'm going to use book pages for the whites, right? And I think that might add enough white and interest. So I'm thinking I might even just tear things instead of cutting. Yeah, I'm going to try it. Let's see what happens. So I'm just really looking to fill this space. I'm not going to worry if this edge, this one right here, goes into the apple, because the apple, when I collage the apple, it'll go right over it. But I'm using this as a template, as a, you know, my map, like I said before, my map. And I'm going to tear this. Listen, if I need to use a scissor, I'm going to grab my scissor. All right, so I like that. Do I like that? I do like that there. So my first piece is going down. How exciting. How exciting. I'm just going to take a little bit. I don't need a lot. And I'm going to lay that in there. I just want to make sure the direction of the text is going in the right direction. So because I have this going, the pattern going off into that area, I don't want to put my words of the page going up and down or straight across. I want it to go in the direction of the disappearing perspective line there. All right? That's got to go. Okay, so now I need another piece that's going to fill that. I have my handy dandy tweezers. As you know, I have difficulty picking things up. So this could fit right there nicely, but nope, it's got to go on an angle more. Don't like that there. No. Oh, do I like that side better? All right, so that could go right there. Yeah, I'm gonna, there's my dog. Somebody must be at the door. Here we go. Yep, I'm gonna put that there. And I'm gonna cut this piece off. So I'm just going to build this now, so I don't think I need you to be listening to me blah, 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 blah. I hope, I will come in if I feel like I need to say something, but I hope somebody follows along with me, and I hope you enjoy the process. I'm going to collage this whole little thing. It's about 5.25 by 5.25 by 5.25. And let's see what happens from here. Okay, I'm going to put some music on and I'll be right. Okay, I don't know what happened. My phone overheated, and so you missed me just putting these pieces down. So I'm going to go back and put some music on now, and hopefully the phone doesn't overheat again. I don't know why that even happened. All right. what you're looking at here is an acrylic paint skin. It's literally the paint that dried on my palette that I peeled up, and I saved those pieces, and I'm using it as an element in my apple. I think it adds just the touch that I needed. And this is done basically once I glue this down, and I am going to glue it down with the Liquitex acrylic medium matte gel, like I always do. That's my glue of choice when I'm collaging. All right, I'm so glad that you came and visited me. I hope you made it to the end. Hello and hallelujah, you made it to the end. We're at the end. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much. I really do appreciate one and all. And if you're not a subscriber and you just happen to find me, hello, and I'm so happy you did. Maybe you want to subscribe. Hit the like button, leave me comments. I love all of the things. Love all of the things. Okay, I'm just about done here. And once I glue that piece down, it'll be me calling it a day. The bottom half, I think I'm going to put, I think I'm going to do an orange. Then I can literally do comparison to apples and oranges. Okay. Once this gets glued down, we could call it a day. And then I'm going to have some stills of the finished piece plus a few close-ups of the collage. So thank you for making it to the end. Hooray, we did it. I'm done. And it was a nice lesson in just basic shapes. The circle. Okay, here comes the still life. And I hope I get to see you all again. And I look forward to seeing you all again back here inside my studio. All right, bye-bye.